Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of This Is Me Attitude Podcast. With me, your one and only host, Rachel Hills, just a girl in her 20s, trying to figure this crazy life out and bringing you along the way. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of the day you are listening to this episode, and welcome back. This is the 20th episode. I am so excited that I've been able to be here for 20 different episodes, and you guys have been listening for 20 different episodes, and this is only the beginning. There's going to be so much more added to this podcast as we go through. There's going to be more and more episodes, and I'm so excited for this journey and for this ride and for you to be right along with me. And I wanted to start this episode out by just doing a little share about where I'm at in life and all the things. So, like I said, this is the 20th episode of the overall podcast. This is the second episode being recorded in Texas. And I'm excited. And it has been a fun journey here so far. We are a little bit over a month of being in Texas. I am still coaching soccer full time and still working on my online business and having this podcast. And all in all, it's been fantastic. So let's jump into the juicy juice, the awesomeness of today's episode. And that is talking all about your why. Is your why strong enough? To start things off and to give you a little bit of a background about why I decided to do this topic today, I woke up exhausted. It is Monday morning when I'm recording this, and all I wanted to do was sleep in my bed for like the rest of the day. Then I realized my why is strong enough to go over and past when I don't have motivation, when I really just want to lay in bed, when I don't want to do anything. My why is there and it holds true. And this is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I felt that is more than likely near and dear to people that listen to my episodes because they're more than likely somewhat similar to me. And as I do in all episodes, I broke it down into 3 steps. So let's dive into the 3 steps of is your why strong enough? Step number 1, what is your why? Why do you do the things that you do? Think about that for a minute. What is your why? Why do you get up and go to work? Why do you go and coach soccer in my case? Why do you go and work on that side hustle, that project, that big project at work, whatever it is? Why do you do it? Take a few minutes, take a few seconds, however long you need. Just really sit there and think, why am I motivated to do it? Why, even if the motivation isn't there, why can I still do it? For me, the examples that I have and what I use every single day, why I am a soccer coach. I love the sport of soccer. I grew up playing it, and I've loved it ever since I was little and started. And I love being able to show kids how to play as well because it just brings joy to me, and being able to see their faces when they light up because they did a skill right or they learned something different about the sport. That is just so exciting to me. And honestly, sometimes can make me a little bit emotional because I do work with the little kids, so I get to see that a lot. For my business, why I work on that, it's bigger than myself. My why is bigger than me when it comes to that. My why is for my future children. My why is for my past family because I truly believe that my past family did all the things that they did. All the generations before me worked as hard as they could, and they got me and my family to where we are now, and I wouldn't be here where I am now without them. And I truly feel like I owe it to them, and they deserve for me to do the best work I can, and that I was called into this position of working on this business through God and through all of the things behind me. And that why keeps me going even early in the mornings when I don't want to go and look at my messages of new people that are interested in the business, or when I don't want to write that post about talking about the business, or when I don't want to show up to a team call. I'm reminded all the time by either myself or I have an accountability buddy that reminds me of my strong why, and the fact that one day when I'm able to sit at home all the time with my future kiddos and I don't have to go to work, I will know that all that hard work paid off. Step number 2, is your why strong enough to hold up? Is it strong enough to hold through the days Like I was saying before, you just don't want to do anything. You don't want to do the work. You don't. Is it strong enough to hold up? Is it strong enough to go through that? Is it strong enough to pull yourself out and say, yes, this is my why. This is why I'm doing it. I need to get up past what I feel right now, and I'm going to keep going strong and keep doing it. Yes, there is a difference between going strong and pushing and overworking yourself. I will never condone overworking yourself and never really love the hustle culture and the fact that you have to work, and you have no relaxation. It's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying when you know that you've had enough rest and enough time to take a breath, that you should be working right now, but you really just want to go watch another episode of Netflix, or you really just want to go lay by the pool or whatever. What is getting you to go, and what is getting you to go in your why of going to do the things that you know you should be doing instead of going to watch that episode of Netflix? For me, that is my strong why of what I just said before. Thinking about my future, thinking about the fact that I won't have to go to a 9-to-5 if I truly put the time into my online business that I want to right now and into coaching, because they are both, the more I build, the more I earn cases. And that is really encouraging to me and also makes me want to work harder and harder and is also very exciting. So to you, it could be something completely different. You might be in a 9-to-5 and absolutely love it. I am not putting any shame on 9-to-5s or anything like that, whatever it is. Or it could not be work related at all. It could be in a relationship with somebody. It could be in a hobby that you don't make any money off of, but you absolutely love doing. Again, what is your why? What is making you get up in the morning and doing the things that you want to do to produce the results that you want to produce? Last but not least, number 3, have you told others about your why? Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have somebody that knows what you want to accomplish and why you want to accomplish it? The reason I ask this is because if you tell a trusted person, or if you have an accountability partner, and what I mean by when I say accountability partner, I mean somebody that you can check in with either daily or every other day or a few times a week, that know your goals, they know the actions that you have to take to hit those goals, and they know how to get a little fire under your booty when you're just like, I'm going to hit snooze one more time, or that Netflix episode looking pretty good when I should be working. This majorly helps me because when I talk to my accountability partner and or Jared about things, those two people get me going, because I know when they say, oh yeah, what about that why? What about those future kiddos that you want to be able to spend as much time with as you can? Then I'm like, oh dang, I gotta go do that work. Gotta go do it. I can't just sit here and hope that it'll happen for me and hope that all of my dreams will come true with no work. Whatever the accountability partner looks like for you, whatever the close relationship of knowing what your why is and keeping you accountable for it, whoever that is for you, make sure it's somebody that you trust. Make sure it's somebody that you know has your best interests at heart. And again, someone that you trust, because if you do not trust this person, it's not going to help you in telling them your biggest kind of darkest secret, and the fact that you want this to work and that this is why you want it to work, because it is just helpful when you trust the person overall. And it's helpful in telling other people this because you have more skin in the game. Once you tell somebody, you're like, oh shit, this is real. I gotta go for it. I have to actually put the work in. I have to put the time in. I have to schedule to put the time in. I have to look at my calendar. I have to talk to maybe my significant other to make sure that he or she has the kids when I need to, if you're a parent, or that you talk with your boss and say, hey, I can't work past this time on Fridays because of this now, because of this new commitment, or whatever that looks like in your life, in your schedule, in your day-to-day. Figure out who you're going to tell, why you're going to tell them. Are they trusted? Are they a good person to lean on when you need them? And pick your why and be very, very clear with your why and why it is your why. And just like that, we're at the end of another amazing episode of This Is Me Attitude Podcast. I can't thank you enough for coming to listen to me and hanging out with me for the last 20 episodes. This is a huge mile marker for me, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. And if any of this resonated, if you felt like, yes, I know 10 other people that need to hear this, please go share it with those 10 other people, or head over to Instagram and share it on your stories and tag me at Rachel Fun Hills. Until the next time, have a fantastic rest of your day.